Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you for being with me. We've come to the end of the week, and I hope you're looking forward to being with the people of God Sunday in life group and in worship. That's where we go as followers of Jesus on Sundays. Is we make it to church. We go to worship. We go to life group, and I'm looking forward to being here and being with you and preaching God's word. And I'm encouraging you. Invite someone to come with you. Pray for an opportunity to invite someone. Pray for courage to invite someone, and then invite them to join you this coming Sunday morning. Well, today we are in Proverbs chapter 6, and as you all have heard me say previously, I really like the book of Proverbs, and it's impossible to pick just one or two or three or four verses in this chapter over the others because there's just so much good stuff. You know, the opening verses, very practical. He talks about not exposing your financial well-being to risk by being, a signatory or a promissory for other people's debts and so on. Be careful about that. That can really mess up your own financial well-being. So he said, don't do that. Starting in verse 6, he talks about, man, don't be lazy. Get out of bed, go to work. Don't be lazy. The last part of the chapter, 24 down to 35, he talks about adultery and all the problems and pain it causes. So don't go there. Don't do that. There's just a lot in this particular chapter in the book of Proverbs. But what I want to focus on for my personal devotion, my personal thought here, is just one verse, verse 22, where he says, when you walk about, they will guide you. When you sleep, they will watch over you. And when you awake, they will talk to you. Now, he's not talking about angels here, okay? Back up in verse 20, he says, my son, observe the commandment of your father and do not forsake the teaching of your mother. In the book of Proverbs, the idea is that God makes wisdom available to us, and at times that wisdom comes through our parents. And what he's saying is when you welcome wisdom into your life, and you choose to live by it, follow it, obey it, keep it, it's going to have some very positive benefits. First, in verse 22, as you're walking about, in other words, as you're going through your day, as you are living life month after month and year after year, making decisions, dealing with issues, encountering various experiences and so on, as you walk about, as you go through life, wisdom will guide you. Where to go, where not to go, what to do, what not to do. Wisdom makes you smarter in making decisions when it comes to living. So welcome it. Welcome the wisdom of God into your heart and your mind and your soul, into your life. The second thing in verse 22, he says, is that when you sleep, wisdom will watch over you. What does that mean? Well, different things. One, you can sleep in peace, with a clear conscience because you've lived a wise life. So you're not, okay, you can sleep without a guilty conscience. But it also means you don't have to worry. You don't have to be filled with anxiety about what's going on and what might happen. And is something going to catch up with you? Because it just watches over you while you sleep. There's nothing to worry about because you don't have anybody after you because you did something unwise or something unrighteous to them. And then thirdly, he says in verse 22, when you live with wisdom, okay, you follow wisdom in your life. He said, when you're awake, wisdom will talk to you. In other words, wisdom it'll be a voice in your head, okay? No, don't do that. Yeah, that's the right thing. It's like wisdom is sitting there. Those old commercials of the devil on one shoulder and the angel on the other whispering to you and so on. What he's saying here, if you can picture this is just an analogy. It's like wisdom is just sitting here on your shoulders and he's just whispering in your ear. He's whispering in your ear. He's talking to you. Wisdom talks to you so that you have more insight and make better decisions. So be intentional at filling yourself with the wisdom of God. It just makes life so much better. And that is just one of many reasons we have this Bible reading plan, these devotions, and you go to life group and you are in worship. You read books and you just expose yourself to the truth of God. You listen to podcasts is you want to be filled with the wisdom of God. It just makes your living and your sleeping better. That's, for me, the big takeaway from Proverbs 22. Hey, I'll see you Monday as we get back in Genesis chapter 29, and then Sunday with a word from God. God bless you. Have a great weekend. And remember, bring somebody with you. I'll see you.